Welcome back, everybody. I want to take this opportunity to share an urban habitat restoration project that I built on my front lawn. This is a project in which I had to first figure out how the sun moved on my property, where the shade was. I saw that the slope here was perfect. It was going to collect lots of water near the bottom. So I used a technique called hugelkultur, where I mass lots of sticks to create a berm. And I use a sod remover to remove the sod and cover the berm with the sod in order that eventually a nice soil habitat would be formed so I could plant there. I also used a technique called swale and berm, where I dug a ditch in front of the berm on the front edge of the slope in order that the water collected in that berm and fed the berm over the course of the season. I realized that this was a perfect space for building terraces and knew that I needed lots of biomass material in order to frame in those terraces. I'm really grateful to Sioux tree experts with Glenn Chiblow from Garden River First Nation, who was able to cut down a few birch trees on my own property. This provided lots of wood chips as well as tree trunks and branches in order to continue these techniques all the way up. As you can see, this space began to form with the terraces framed in by the trunks. And I realized also that I needed lots of access to the space. I looked at where the services, like the gas line was, those are the yellow flags you see, and I used that in order to create pathways just in case those things ever need to be dug up. You can see the terraces start to form, and these will be the planting beds in the next season. This was definitely a labor of love, lots of hard work, something the neighbors took notice of. It's a kind of a project that takes away the grass from the property, grass being a very invasive species, and you can see by the end of the fall season the terraces really started to take shape. And this is just the beginning of this kind of project. I'm going to share more about how this space took shape and some of the features in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for part 2.